Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 15th of August 2025 and unfortunately guys, the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have marginally fallen down, and if you look at the ETF inflow since the last 24 hours, looks like there's been a lot of outflows, and because of that guys, the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have marginally fallen down. Now in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this, but the good thing guys is if you look at the volume of stable coins, it has definitely gone off the charts since the last 24 hours. Tether USDT in particular is on the verge of touching the $200 billion mark, and this according to me guys is a positive sign cause it means that people are temporarily parking the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies into stable coins as in it, and according to me guys the reason is pretty simple why they are doing that. Later on today, President Donald Trump will be meeting President Vladimir Putin. Now I'm pretty much sure the only thing they're going to be talking about is a peace deal between Ukraine and Russia, isn't it? So what I feel is this guys, let's say if the meeting ends positively, there will be a positive impact on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But let's say guys, if the meeting ends negatively like President Donald Trump had the meeting with President Zelensky, then I'm pretty much sure there's going to be a bit of chaos in the geopolitical world, isn't it? And when you talk about geopolitics guys, those news directly and indirectly impacts the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So what I'll do guys in today's episode, I'll lay down 3 scenarios and let's see what the eventual outcome to this is. Because President Donald Trump, he definitely wants to go ahead and secure world peace, isn't it? And he's doing that more for his legacy, to be completely honest. And in one of the press conferences, he clearly stated, guys, in just a matter of 2 minutes with the meeting, you'll find out that President Putin is interested in peace between Ukraine and Russia. So what I'd really urge you to do is, guys, later on today, definitely keep an eye on this outcome. But I cannot stress this enough, guys. Rather than watching mainstream media, go ahead and follow the official White House channel, because they will be providing official information regarding the outcome, isn't it? Now it's going to be really interesting to see how the prices are going to be reacting over the weekend. But as I mentioned earlier, guys, if you look at the global cryptocurrency snapshot since the last 24 hours, the numbers are definitely looking promising despite the prices have marginally gone down. Now in the world of blockchain and cryptocurrencies, guys, we do have some really interesting update, and this is to do with the leading issue of stablecoin, that is Circle. And guess what guys, they are planning on starting a new layer 1 blockchain, and this particular blockchain guys will be focusing on stablecoin finance, and they will be offering predictable USDC based fees as well, but looks like it is more focused on institutional grade guys. So what I'll do in today's episode, I'll go ahead and discuss Circle's move into a new stablecoin called as ARC. Now it's going to be really interesting to see what the user adoption to that is, because right now Tether USDT is definitely killing the game, isn't it? And could it be possible that Tether USDT will come up with their own blockchain? Definitely a possibility, isn't it? But in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this new blockchain by Circle is. And most likely, guys, the mainnet beta will actually go live next year in 2026. So definitely keep an eye on that news. Now the next news, guys, is connected to David Bailey, who's the CEO of Nakamoto Holdings as well as Bitcoin Inc., isn't it? And the news essentially is that Nakamoto Holdings has merged with KindlyMD. And in doing so, guys, they are going ahead and planning to acquire 1 million Bitcoin. Really massive news, isn't it? And just few days ago, I believe it was on the 13th of this month, David Bailey did go ahead and buy $1 billion worth of Bitcoin as well, isn't it? So this news is definitely not surprising. And what is really interesting to note, guys, is they will be going ahead and acquiring 1 million Bitcoin. Really bold and ambitious move, because right now there's less than 2 million Bitcoin available to buy, isn't it? So it's going to be really interesting to see if they'll be able to actually pull this thing off. And lately, guys, there's so much of narrative regarding treasury firms, isn't it? And since the last week, guys, the narrative regarding Ethereum treasury firm has definitely picked up a lot of pace. So we'll definitely go on touch base on this news. Now the next news, guys, is more of an update connected to Solana ETF and the US Security and Exchange Commission, guys. They have delayed the decision on Solana ETFs. And this is to do with Bitwise as well as 21 shares, because they've also given a date as to how long it is delayed. And it's going to be really interesting to see under the Trump administration, guys, if they randomly go and start approving all the ETFs. So definitely interesting times ahead, isn't it? Now we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover, guys, in today's episode. And like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, we will be looking at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news, guys, is connected to ChatGPT in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And a Saudi firm called Humane, guys, they are launching a ChatGPT version in the Arabic format, and they're doing that by the end of this month. So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on what this news is all about. Now it's really interesting that all of the large language models are being implemented in different regional languages, isn't it? really interesting development. Now there's another interesting development, guys, and this is from the Emirate of Abu Dhabi and the Abu Dhabi Civil Defense Authority, guys. They're enhancing the artificial intelligence ecosystem, and they're doing that through a strategic partnership with the Advanced Technology Research Council. So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into what this news is all about. So we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover, guys, in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor, that is Humane, and they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look, guys, whether you're looking into invest in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or mega giants like ADNOC or Salik, Humane puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what, guys? They have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, if you want to go and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Humane's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Humane automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable. And here's the thing, guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits, and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is, guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Humane for this, because they offer 24/6 human customer service, as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the Blockchain DXB listener and community, guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Humane using the code Blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part, guys. Once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make one trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look, guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look, guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Humane for you. So what are you waiting for, guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website, that is humane.app, and don't forget to use the code Blockchain DXB. And Humane, guys, is all markets one app. Next, guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH Women taking place simultaneously. And trust me, guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Because for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH Women event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning, guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right, guys. Palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrency is all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas, and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, guys, is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look, guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, we have something really interesting for you, because you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue, guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen, guys, the code is DXB25, and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount. And the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below, guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025, as well as ETH Women. And look, guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life. So don't just read about it. Be there and head to the website, that is futuristconference.com, and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment, and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs, and these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now, guys, since you're taking care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market since the last 24 hours, guys, it has marginally gone down by 2.8%. And one matrix that immediately pops into mind is ETF inflows, isn't it? And unfortunately, guys, since the last 24 hours, the ETF related information is a negative, which means there is an outflow. And since the last 24 hours, guys, the outflow is accounting for $173 million. And look, guys, the reason for this is pretty simple. President Donald Trump will be meeting President Vladimir Putin later on today, and I'm pretty much sure this meeting will set the trajectory for world peace, not just between Ukraine and Russia, guys, but also between United States of America, Europe, as well as the entire world, isn't it? And what I feel is because this news is not certain, guys, the investor confidence has marginally gone down, and only because of that the ETF is in outflows, and the outflow amount is $173 million, isn't it? But that thing being said, guys, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market since the last 24 hours, it is at a staggering $271 billion. To be honest, guys, I really cannot think of a time when the volume pumped up so much. The only time when the 24-hour cryptocurrency market volume pumped up over $250 billion was when President Donald Trump got re-elected, and a lot of them did actually believe in the promise of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies back then, isn't it? So it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, what the outcome of this particular meeting is. Now, that thing being said, guys, as I mentioned earlier, the volume of stablecoins is looking ridiculously great. As a matter of fact, there is a very high possibility that the volume of Tether USDT alone crosses the $200 billion mark, because right now it is at $194 billion. Now, before we go ahead and look at the volume of stablecoins, let's quickly run to the volume of decentralized exchanges, because since the last 24 hours, guys, the numbers are definitely looking great. And the total volume in decentralized exchange today is at $23.57 billion. And here's the thing, guys. The total fees for these transactions were $123.59 million. And since the last 24 hours, guys, the total value locked has marginally pumped up. Today it is at $155.72 billion. And one matrix, guys, which I tend to keep an eye on is the decentralized exchange dominance. And today that percentage is 54.37%. But look, guys, I cannot stress this enough. There is a very high possibility that out of this 54.37%, centralized exchanges may be accounting for 40%, maybe even 45% of the decentralized exchange volume, isn't it? So we always need to look at plethora of information whenever we are looking at any specific information. Now, that thing being said, guys, if you look at the total value lock connected to real world assets, today it has crossed the $13 billion mark, and today it is at $13.66 billion. Now let's quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges, and as I mentioned earlier, guys, in comparison to the last few months, today the number is definitely looking great, with Uniswap leading the pack with $6.50 billion, PancakeSwap is at number 2nd with $2.49 billion, and Orca is at number 3rd with $1.37 billion, whereas Radium is at number 4th with $1.18 billion, and Fluid Gas is at number 5th with $1.17 billion. Now it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, if the volume of decentralized exchanges continues the same path over the weekend, because that would give us an indication as to which direction the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be heading towards, isn't it? And here's the thing, guys, in the month of August there is no FOMC meeting scheduled as well, and the next FOMC meeting is scheduled in the month of September. So I very strongly feel any geopolitical positive news will definitely be impacting the prices of Bitcoin either in a positive or in a negative way. Now let's quickly run through some numbers regarding stable coins. And if you look at the volume of Tether USDT, guys, right now it is at $194.71 billion. Circle USDC is at number 2nd with $28.09 billion. And later on we'll go ahead and discuss their move into a new blockchain protocol. And it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, what the future of the new blockchain called as ARC is. Now, at number 3rd so far as the volume of stablecoins is concerned is FDUSD with a volume of $11.71 billion. Now, let's quickly run to the dominance, 24-hour trading volume and market cap of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And it is needless to say, guys, Ethereum's dominance has definitely been bumping off the chart, isn't it? And today it is at 13.80%. And I'm really curious to check, guys, how long this narrative regarding Ethereum treasury firm picks up pace. Because unlike Bitcoin, guys, the prices of Ethereum is relatively less, isn't it? Which just means even smaller companies can go out and buy a lot of Ethereum and put it onto balance sheet. So let's see how the industry revolves around this narrative. Now, if you look at the dominance of Bitcoin today, it is at 58.60%. But if you look at the 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin, guys, it is at a staggering $97.67 billion. Whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is $74.11 billion. And if you look at the market cap of Bitcoin, guys, today it is at $2.37 trillion, whereas Ethereum's market cap is $560 billion. Now let's see, guys, for some wild situation if President Putin and President Donald Trump do make an announcement of a complete ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia, there is a very high possibility that it will indirectly impact the price of Bitcoin, isn't it? And who's to say, guys, Bitcoin's market cap may even cross the $3 trillion mark. Maybe Ethereum's market cap may even cross the $700 billion mark as well. But look, guys, I'm just throwing out liars, and whatever I'm saying is definitely not financial advice. make sure you go ahead and do your own research. Now, every day in the Blockchain DXB podcast, I tend to look at one new matrix, isn't it? And today, guys, I want to go ahead and look at the top 5 deep in tokens by market capitalization. And essentially, guys, this is decentralized physical infrastructure which is more connected to artificial intelligence, isn't it? And it is no surprise that BitTensor is at number 1. And his market cap is at a staggering $3.61 billion. The second one is Internet Computer Protocol or ICP, but his market cap is slightly below the $3 billion mark. It is at $2.98 billion. Rendergaz is at number 3rd with $2.04 billion. Filecoin is at number 4th and his market cap is $1.74 billion. And at number 5th, guys, is Theta Network, but his market cap is below the $1 billion mark. It is at $854 million. Now, guys, let's go and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. Now, on certain exchanges, guys, yesterday the price of Bitcoin did actually cross the $124,000 mark, but since the last 24 hours, looks like it has taken a massive hit, and right now it is at $119,221, and since the last 24 hours, guys, the price of Bitcoin is down by 1.93%, but since the last 7 days, it is still up by 2.33%, and so far as Ethereum is concerned, guys, the price of Ethereum is at $4,645, and since the last 24 hours, it is still up by 1.59%. And since the last 7 days, guys, check this out, it is up by 18.91%. Ripple or XRP is at $3.13. But since the last 24 hours, it is down by 3.34%. And since the last 7 days, it is down by 5.83%. Now look, guys, there's some misleading news circulating by Scott Bessent, where the actual news is stating that Scott Bessent has taken back his word regarding buying Bitcoin as strategic reserve. But look, guys, according to me, that is kind of misleading information, because President Donald Trump at the Bitcoin National event, guys, he clearly stated that he'll be creating something called as Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, and the only thing under the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve would be that they will not be going ahead and selling any existing Bitcoin that the government holds. Other than that, he did not make any promise to go ahead and buy any Bitcoin as such, and Scott Bessent also did not make any promise to go ahead and buy any of these Bitcoin. But right now I'm seeing so many news that Scott Bessent is saying that he will not be going ahead and buying any Bitcoin. And here's the twist, guys. Mainstream media are saying that they're taking back on the words. So the big question is, they did not make any promise of buying any Bitcoin, isn't it? So where does this whole question arise that they're taking back on the words? And this is the notorious word of mainstream media, isn't it? And I'm talking about it not just in the political world, guys, even in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency world, because I very specifically remember when President Donald Trump did actually make an announcement at the Bitcoin National event. The only thing he said regarding the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve was that existing Bitcoin held by the government will not be sold. That's about all. And the very same day, guys, I was seeing so many articles that President Donald Trump's administration will be buying $6 million worth of Bitcoin. Some were also publishing an article that they will go ahead and buy $11 million worth of Bitcoin. And at that point of time, guys, I immediately called it out as fake news, isn't it? And fast forward to August 2025, guys, they are blaming the administration for taking back on the promises. But here's the catch, they did not make any promise in the first place itself, isn't it? So look, regarding Scott Bessent, guys, the only thing I can say is he did not make any promise to go out and buy any Bitcoin as such, but there's news circulating that he's taken back on his word, and that is one of the reasons why the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies has marginally pumped down. Now regarding the Bitcoin reserve that is held by the US government, guys, right now it is valued somewhere between $15 to $20 billion. And here's the important thing, guys, only confiscated Bitcoins will be actually held by the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. And if there are people who are affected by it, those Bitcoins will be given back to the original people. And this detail, guys, regarding the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve is clearly mentioned by President Donald Trump. And all of this information is black and white, clearly mentioned on the official White House website as well. So essentially what mainstream media does is they create a fake news, and then when that fake news does not happen, they end up blaming President Donald Trump and his administration because of it, isn't it? According to me, it does not make any sense. But look, guys, one of the biggest events that is scheduled to take place will definitely set the trajectory not just for the cryptocurrency world, but also for the stock market world, in my honest opinion. And the meeting between President Donald Trump and President Putin, guys, will definitely shake up global markets. And it's needless to say, guys, a friendly handshake indicating positive peace and cooperation might push Bitcoin to completely new heights, isn't it? While at the same time, guys, tensions could actually cause a quick drop in the cryptocurrency prices as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the outcome to this meeting is. And look, guys, I cannot stress this enough. Left-leaning mainstream media such as CNN I'm pretty much sure even before the meeting they'll be bashing President Donald Trump, isn't it? And along with that, CNBC as well as Associated Press, I'm pretty much sure they've already created some fake news and misleading information regarding this meeting. So look, guys, it's going to be really interesting to see what the outcome of this meeting is. And it's needless to say, guys, if the meeting ends positively indicating peace and cooperation, we will definitely see rally in the prices of stock market, especially in the energy sector, industrials as well as emerging markets, isn't it? And I do feel there'll be a short-term boost and optimism spread across all risky assets. And who's to say, guys, Bitcoin could retest or even break the recent highs of $124,000 as there'll be more capital flowing into the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, what is going to happen to the price of gold. Will it actually dip down because of this news, or will it actually go ahead and increase? Because usually what happens is in times of chaos and uncertainty, guys, the price of gold actually pumps up, isn't it? So let's say if the meeting ends positively, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if the prices of gold do actually go down, but at the same time the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will actually pump up. Now let's say, guys, in the world situation, if the meeting does actually end up negatively, then there will be tensions that will be escalating, isn't it? And because of that, guys, I'm pretty much sure the global equity will have a strong pullback. And because of that, there might be a lot of dump in the world of cryptocurrencies as well, isn't it? And if that thing happens, guys, the prices of gold will definitely be pumping up to the roof. And I'm really curious to check, guys, Peter Schiff, who's a massive advocate of gold. Is he advocating for the tensions to continue? Or is he advocating for world peace? Because news such as this directly and indirectly impacts quite a lot of things, isn't it? And let's say, guys, if the meeting does actually end up negatively, there's a very high possibility we might see a surge in the oil prices as well, isn't it? Now let's say, guys, if we go and look at the third option, where the meeting ends neutrally and no big agreement and just talks have taken place. If that thing happens, guys, I really am not sure how the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency will be reacting. But I do feel there is a possibility that the price of gold will actually pump up. Maybe not necessarily the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, because this month there is no FOMC meeting scheduled to take place as well, isn't it? The next FOMC meeting, guys, I believe is scheduled to take place on the 17th of September. And this time, guys, on the 17th of September, I do feel there's a very high chance Federal Chair Jerome Powell will be reducing the interest rate. So keeping all of these things in mind, guys, let's see what the outcome to this news is. Because Bitcoin and cryptocurrency prices, guys, will likely mirror overall risk sentiment immediately after the summit, isn't it? So let's see what the outcome to this is. Now, guys, let's go and discuss some interesting news in the world of stablecoin issuer, that is Circle. And they are launching a new blockchain called soaring. And now, guys, it's essentially Circle's new open layer 1 blockchain purpose-built for stablecoin finance, offering predictable USDC-based fees. And more importantly, guys, this is going to be an institutional-grade foreign exchange engine. And there will also be sub-second finality, guys. So rather than waiting for 10 minutes, they are trying to focus on improving the finality of these transactions. And here's the thing, guys, they will be working on a consensus called a smaller sheet. And so far as privacy is concerned, there will be opt-in privacy as well. But it's needless to say, guys, they'll be focusing on full integration of Circle's ecosystem, isn't it? And based on the news, guys, it'll be EVM compatible as well. And they are definitely going to make it open source. And based on the announcement, guys, the blockchain by Circle, that is soaring, enables applications like cross-border payments, stablecoin foreign exchange markets, on-chain credit, capital market settlement, and AI-driven payments as well. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, they are designed for enterprise-grade performance. At the same time, it'll be completely open and multi-chain alignment as well. And our guys will launch a private testnet pretty soon. And so far as a public testnet is concerned, guys, most likely it'll happen in this fall. And the mainnet beta will be available by 2026. Really interesting development, isn't it? Now I'm curious to check, guys, who the validators or so-called miners would be, because so far Circle is concerned they have a consortium, isn't it? And Coinbase and Circle were the only two known people who were in the consortium. Now could it be possible that the members of the consortium are kind of acting like the miners for the so-called new blockchain? Definitely a high possibility, isn't it? And if that thing happens, guys, it does raise a lot of questions regarding centralization, isn't it? And I wouldn't be surprised that is one of the reasons why they're able to offer sub-second finality. And this is one of the reasons, guys, it's so important to truly understand the whole blockchain trilemma problem. But nonetheless, guys, really interesting development from the world of Circle. Now, guys, let me go ahead and run through the next two news. And the first news is regarding Nakamoto Holdings, guys. And they merged with KindlyMD to create a public company combining healthcare services with large-scale Bitcoin treasury management. And for some bizarre reason, guys, this looks like a completely new trend, isn't it? Because few days ago on the Blockchain DXB podcast, I talked about Peter Thiel, guys. He's also working on a healthcare firm, and the firm was formerly called as 180 Life Sciences, but they've renamed it to Ethereum Zilliqa, and they were focusing on becoming an Ethereum treasury firm. But regarding this news, guys, looks like they're focusing only on Bitcoin, and it is needless to say that is only because of David Bailey, isn't it? Because he's the CEO of Nakamoto Holdings. And here's the news, guys. The firm plans to acquire 1 million Bitcoin, and it will be funded in part by $450 million in PI financing, and a forthcoming $200 million note offering. And KindlyMD, guys, will maintain its healthcare operations, while Nakamoto Holdings, they will drive Bitcoin initiative, aiming to become a leading institutional Bitcoin treasury platform for corporate and government adoptions worldwide. Really interesting news, isn't it? So look, guys, what is happening because of this whole treasury narrative, guys? A lot of firms that are not connected to cryptocurrencies or even finance, they are buying a lot of Bitcoin and Ethereum and putting it into treasury, isn't it? Really weird anomaly in my honest opinion. But news such as this definitely drives a lot of momentum in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency world. So definitely interesting news. Now the next news, guys, is more of an update regarding Solana ETF and the US Security and Exchange Commission, guys. They have decided to delay the decision on Solana ETF from Bitwise and 21 shares, and this is delayed for another 2 months, right until October. And regarding this news, guys, both proposals seek to list and trade shares on CBOE exchange as well as BCS exchange under its commodity-based trust shares rule. Really interesting news. Now, unfortunately, guys, I do not know the reason as to why they've gone ahead and delayed it. The only explanation I can think of is because President Donald Trump got elected, there were too many applications that did actually go to US Security and Exchange Commission, isn't it? And looks like they don't want to go ahead and make a hasty decision in approving or denying these applications. And the best forward move for them to possibly is to go ahead and delay the decision. Let me know, guys, if you do have any additional information as to why the Security and Exchange Commission has delayed the decision. So these were some macro level newscasts on the Bitcoin blockchain cryptocurrency world. Now let's go ahead and look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And the first news is all the way from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia firm called Humane, guys, they are launching an Arabic ChatGPT by the end of this month. And it is no surprise the model has been developed entirely by a Saudi team. And Humane, guys, as we know, is backed by Saudi Public Investment Fund, isn't it? And the CEO is Tariq Amin. He actually shared this news via TV interview. And the company, guys, aims to match valuation of the world's top AI firms, and it seeks to make a global impact in the AI sector as well. And regarding Humane's mission, guys, it does align with Saudi Vision 2030 goals as well as in it. And so far Saudi Vision 2030 is concerned, guys, it emphasizes economic diversification and digital infrastructure. And Humane's focus is on boosting GDP, localized technology, and empowering Saudi talent. And there is significant PIF investment, that is Public Investment Fund by Saudi Arabia, that will support the investment for Humane's AI development, and the company is building AI infrastructure from scratch in Saudi Arabia, and the goal is pretty simple, guys. They want to reduce oil dependency and grow a knowledge-based economy, isn't it? And so far as Humane is concerned, guys, can deploy advanced computing model in 30 seconds, and the target sectors for innovation include healthcare and energy, and data localization is a strategic priority for the firm. And here's the thing, guys, AWS and Microsoft's recent investment does enable large-scale Saudi data centers as well as in it, and Humane aims to be a global AI leader mirroring Saudi Arabia's role in oil as well. And so far as the long-term goal is concerned, they want to rank among the world's top 5 data center operators and sell AI models globally. Really interesting news. And look, guys, with the amount of investment and news circulating in Saudi Arabia, I definitely do think there's a very strong possibility for that. Now let's go ahead and discuss second news. And the Abu Dhabi Civil Defense Authority, guys, they're enhancing AI ecosystem through strategic partnership with the Advanced Technology Research Council, and they're focusing on developing integrated strategies and training specialized national talent as well. And the goal, guys, is to enhance safety and civil protection in Abu Dhabi for long-term sustainability. And part of the efforts, guys, of this deal is to adopt smart as well as sustainable solutions in civil defense operations. And integration of AI, guys, aims to keep pace with global advancement in emergency responses. And regarding this news, guys, they're focusing on leveraging the technology to serve the humanity and boost readiness for challenges. And the collaboration, guys, is to translate advanced technologies into tangible safety solutions. Now look, guys, news such as this strengthens Abu Dhabi's research ecosystem and innovation capacity, isn't it? So according to me, guys, news such as this is definitely fabulous. And here's the thing, guys, they are emphasizing on investing in modern technology and knowledge for adaptive civil defense, as they aim to build a smart civil defense ecosystem that can adapt to change. and they project to develop innovative and smart solutions for current and future safety challenges. And so far as the use of AI is concerned, guys, it will be catered to creating a flexible and effective system for protecting lives and property. So really interesting development in the world of artificial intelligence, isn't it? So these were some news, guys, on the Bitcoin blockchain, cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence, all from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, before we go ahead and kickstart the Ask Me Anything series, I do have some really interesting announcements. The first one is an interesting partnership, and this is connected to Bitcoin events. Now look, guys, you know that Bitcoin is the king of all kings, isn't it? And the OGs of Bitcoin events, that is Bitcoin Inc., they have a massive event taking place in August in Hong Kong. And guess what, guys? Blockchain DXB is the official media partner for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And this particular event, guys, takes place in August in Hong Kong. And Bitcoin Asia is the region's premier Bitcoin gathering event where builders, investors as well as investors meet. So at this event, guys, expect powerful keynotes, bold conversations, and a headlining session with none other than Eric Trump. And he will be sharing his vision for Bitcoin's long-term potential. And more importantly, he, along with a lot of Bitcoin OGs, guys, they will be talking about the role of Bitcoin in global finance. And at the Bitcoin Asia 2025 event, guys, they will be discussing Asia's massive impact on adoption. And look, as Bitcoin Asia event connects global Bitcoin communities and drives innovation across cultures and markets, from infrastructure to regulations, privacy tools to lightning development, and quite a lot more. And for you listeners of the Blockchain DXB podcast, guys, I have a cool discount code of 10% for you. And the code is pretty simple, guys. It is DXB, that is D for David, X for X-ray, and B for Bravo. And DXB is the code for Dubai as well, isn't it? So what are you waiting for, guys? In the show notes below, you'll see the registration details for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And look, guys, Hong Kong is calling. So be part of the future of Bitcoin. Now the next announcement, guys, is another big one, and this is connected to Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. And Blockchain DXB once again is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Now me personally, guys, I did attend the Future Blockchain Summit going back to 2017, and the fact is, guys, it is one of the biggest, oldest as well as boldest blockchain events in the region. And according to me, as well as a lot of advocates of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, Future Blockchain Summit as well as Fintech Search 2025 is probably the biggest event in the entire world. And this event, guys, takes place between the 12th and 15th of October at the iconic location of Dubai Harbour. So this is going to be the place where blockchain meets fintech to redefine the future of finance. So expect 250 world-class speakers, over 1,200 investors, live demos, product launches, as well as GITEX Digital Asset Forum. And all of this thing, guys, will be under one roof. So you can expect so-called Web3 pioneers to fintech leaders shaping payments, banking, insurtech, AI as well as decentralized finance. And this particular event, guys, brings the entire ecosystem together. This is the launchpad you've been waiting for. And by attending this event, guys, you will be in a position to be in front of top venture capitals, accelerators as well as industry leaders. And for blockchain and fintech companies, guys, this is where connection turns into partnerships and dream turns into reality. And because Blockchain DXB is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025, guys, in the show notes below, you'll see the registration details. And there's a hidden discount code mentioned below as well. So do one thing, guys. Click on the show notes below, get yourself registered, and see you between the 12th and 15th at Dubai Harbour at the Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. I have a question by any who asks, how will Circle's Arc blockchain compete with existing Layer 1 Ethereum or Solana and stablecoin finance? This, to be honest, Annie, is such an interesting question. And look, Annie, when you talk about Circle's blockchain, that is Arc, based on my understanding, it isn't trying to beat Ethereum or Solana at everything. It is only aiming at one thing, that is stablecoins. So think of it something like this. Ethereum and Solana are big general purpose cities where they're focusing on smart contracts, NFTs, decentralized finance and many more. But so far as Arc is concerned, they are focusing more on stablecoins, isn't it? and it is more of a purposeful built money movement, and their emphasis is primarily on stable coins. Now, that thing being said, because they are focused on these things, I do feel that in comparison to, let's say, Ethereum and Solana, they do have certain competitive edges. And the first one I can think of is predictable fees, because transactions that are priced in USDC are not volatile to gas tokens, isn't it? And this, to be honest, is a big plus for businesses who are needing certain cost certainty, isn't it? And one thing which I did mention earlier is that they have built-in foreign exchange engine, and this would translate to smooth conversion between currencies on chain, which Ethereum and Solana don't natively offer, isn't it? And this particular blockchain, that is ARC, it is an enterprise-grade speed, and they're focusing on sub-second finality, and they're doing it a consensus mechanism called Smell Sheet, which, to be honest, I definitely need to do a lot of research on, because looks like this consensus mechanism is crucial for payment trails and capital markets. And one thing which I found unique about this blockchain is the privacy options, because they have opt-in privacy for compliance-sensitive institutions, isn't it? So look, I do feel, in short, Ethereum is absolutely massive, and it has smart contract, it has NFTs and quite a lot of other things. But so far as Akbar Circle USDC is concerned, it is more focused on stable coins, isn't it? So I don't think so it'll be replacing them as such. It may not be a competitor, to be completely honest, but definitely an interesting question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursday we have Blockchain DXB podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the process. We look at the geopolitical news, we look at the latest technological development, and then we look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. I tend to share 2 business news, and we look at the latest technological development. We look at the latest regulatory updates as well. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.